The Dropshipper's Guide to Sourcing from AliExpress, part 1 of 2. Hey guys, welcome to this video. I want to teach you how to use AliExpress. This is a great guide for AliExpress. If you've been wanting to use AliExpress for this is the video for you, so watch until the very end. Now I will tell you, this is a two-part video. You're going to want to watch part 2 also. They're both very short and to the point, and they're going to educate you so that you don't have any problems and you actually make some money. So before we get started, if you're brand new, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there. Don't forget to ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I do one of these videos. And yeah, give me a thumbs up too if you don't mind. All right, let's get going. First off, let's talk about what drop shipping is. Drop shipping is actually selling a product that you don't own. Okay, that you don't own. So essentially you're going out and you're selling a product and you don't have it yet, but when somebody pays you, you pay the manufacturer or the distributor for the product, and then they're going to actually mail it out to your customer. Now the advantages to this is that you don't have to stock any inventory, you don't have to put stuff in packages, you don't have to put labels on stuff. You could do this from anywhere in the world too. That's the cool thing, because you don't have to be around anything but a laptop here to actually run your business. Now the next question is, what is AliExpress? Okay, there's a good question. AliExpress is a site that has over 100 million products. Now AliExpress was founded in 2010, and its parent company is Alibaba, where you would actually go and buy some of the same products, but you would buy them in quantity. So maybe you wanted 100 or 1,000 of something or 10 pallets of something, you would go to Alibaba. If you want that particular product shipped out to your customer individually, you would go to AliExpress. Now what's the difference in the two? Well, the difference is one of them you're buying in bulk and you're going to get better pricing. That's Alibaba. This video is about AliExpress. You're going to pay a little bit more for the product. However, you don't have to ship it out to the product, which can be a real advantage for those of you who don't want to buy inventory. Now since most of these companies are overseas, they have cheaper labor over there, and you can buy some of the same products you'd find in the US for a whole lot less money. Now they're very competitive there too, so they're always competing with each other to have the best price, which allows you to sell products to your customer at a really fair price. Now the question is, does AliExpress allow drop shipping? Are you allowed to buy something and send it to somebody else? The answer is yes, you're allowed to do it. They do it every day, all day long, and you can certainly do that, and you can build your business on that. It's really a simple 4-step product. You're going to add your product to your store. Maybe it's Shopify. A lot of you use Shopify and use Oberlo to integrate AliExpress with your store. Once you add it there, you sell it to your customer. Once you collect the money, step 3, go ahead and pay the manufacturer distributor for the product. Step 4, they send it out to your customer. You're done. It's that easy. You didn't have to touch a product, you didn't have to pack a product, you didn't have to ship a product. Now the cool thing about AliExpress is it's very easy to use. Years ago it used to be there was some problems with some manufacturers, distributors, they weren't reliable, but pretty much all that's been cleaned up now. So it's a great site to use. You don't have to pay any fees, you don't have to pay any percentages or anything like that. You can just buy products. It's billed as a retail site. However, the average customer never goes to AliExpress. They just don't do it. They don't go there. And you can go there and you can drop ship products, which is really the majority of their business on AliExpress now. Now the question arises, why wouldn't people just go to AliExpress and buy products? It's not really designed for the average consumer. Most average consumers don't even know about AliExpress. So your advantage is really your marketing skills and your customer support. When you are selling products from AliExpress, you're maybe running ads on Facebook or YouTube or Google ads, and you're catching them at a time where they're interested in a particular thing, and it's more of an impulse buy. So they'll buy from you because this is not a product they've normally seen. So that's why I always try to look for very unique products on AliExpress. Now I always get people asking me, can you use AliExpress to sell things on Amazon? The answer is yes and no. If you look at Amazon's requirements for shipping out products, most of the AliExpress shippers will not follow that criteria, and since they won't follow that criteria, I think it's a bad idea to really sell your products through Amazon. Plus the fees are going to eat up most of your profits on Amazon. I just don't think it's a good idea. Now the best thing to do once you have your niche in mind, and a niche of course is a very specialized interest that you've identified that would be a good market. Once you've done that, I suggest that you find 10-20 products on AliExpress and offer those on your store, or send them out in emails or run ads or whatever you want to do. and you always want to start with 10 to 20 products. And the reason being is some of them are going to do well, some aren't going to do well, and if you start with a whole bunch of products, you have a much better chance. And keep in mind, it's not like you got to buy inventory for these products before you know if they're going to sell. All you have to do is offer them to your customers. That's it. That's all you got to do. And the ones that they land on, the ones that they like, you can then of course run ads, send more emails about those products, run specials, do whatever you want. And then once you've identified a few that work out there, I would suggest that you try to find some more and keep adding to it. The one thing I would be really careful for on AliExpress is don't buy any brand name anything. It's almost assuredly a fake or a counterfeit product. So never buy anything that has any type of branding or logos or anything like that that is identifiable in the US. If you do so, that you're going to risk actually selling counterfeit items and actually getting in trouble. So don't ever do that. Make sure it's not a branded item. Don't try to sell Disney stuff or anything like that, or NFL, or whatever it is. Don't try to sell any branded stuff from AliExpress, because it's likely going to be a fake. Now, shipping can be quite long on AliExpress. For a long time we had e-packet on AliExpress, and our government changed things and we don't have e-packet anymore. And a lot of people said, oh my gosh, drop shipping is dead. It's not dead. It's just going to take a little bit longer, and the shipping costs a little bit more. I think e-packet will probably come back at some point. Right now it's just not available. Now the next thing I would look at when I'm at AliExpress, I would look at the number of orders that a manufacturer or a distributor has shipped out. The greater that number of orders, the more reputable that company probably is. Not that a company that's shipped out 10 orders is not reputable, but you don't really know. You don't have enough data to really tell about that company, if they're going to be good in the long run, if they have the supply of stuff they need. When you have a company that's sent out hundreds of a particular product, two things. Number one, they can send out hundreds of products or thousands of products, whatever it is, and number two, they have the supply. A lot of the people on AliExpress maybe only have access to 100 of a product or 50 of a product, and if you want to scale your business, that's not going to help you out if they run out of product. I also like to look at the reviews and the star ratings. That's super important. If I'm going to buy anything from AliExpress, it's going to have a 4.5 rating or higher. 4.5 rating or higher. The closer I can get to 5, the better off I feel, but that tells me that that's a reputable seller on AliExpress. And you may be tempted to go with one that has a 3.9 or a 3.7 because the price is so low. Well, there's probably a reason why it's low, and if you look in the reviews, you'll probably figure out why. Now, what price range do you look for? I look for products anywhere from $1 to $20 price range. I think that's a good price range, especially if you're selling to a cold market. That way I can sell that product for anywhere from $20 to say $60. If I'm selling it to the general public, I'm going to look for at least a 50 or 60% profit margin. You're going to need that profit margin. That sounds great, but you've got shipping that's going to come out of that. If you're offering free shipping, you also have all your marketing fees that are going to come out of that. So you need to be able to make a profit, and to do so I think you're going to need at least a 50 to 60% profit margin on anything you sell. Now I think two things that people don't do that they should do on AliExpress is, number one, ask a question of the seller up front. This is really important, because if they don't respond or they take too long to respond, that's how they're going to handle you from that point forward. You'll know up front, okay, if you ask a question and they're not responding or they take too long to respond. The other thing I would tell you to do is to order one of the products and have it sent to you. I think that's super important. That does you a couple things. You can look at the quality of the product. You can also take pictures of the product for your sales page. Too many people will buy stuff from AliExpress, and the pictures they put on their sales page are the exact pictures that were on AliExpress. Generally those pictures aren't that great, on top of the fact that everybody else has the same pictures, and if your picture looks like everybody else's picture, then you're going to be competing on price, and that's not the position you want to be in. So I would get the product, I would check it out, I would make sure it is up to your standards, whatever those standards are, and you can also see how long it's going to take to get to you. You can see what the communication is going to be. Then you can rule out or use a manufacturer or distributor on AliExpress with a little bit more confidence. That's not to say that you shouldn't use a tool to bring in some of that information to your Shopify store. A tool, if you have a Shopify store, a tool that I like to use is Oberlo. Oberlo is a great tool that actually integrates with AliExpress and will pull over all the pertinent information. Now it's going to pull over the description, it's going to pull over all the photos, it's going to pull over everything, but you'll want to take that information and you'll want to make it better. So whatever the description is, you're probably going to want to rewrite it. Keep in mind that description was probably written by somebody whose English is not their first language, okay? So it may not even really make sense, but it does have good information in there, maybe the specs of the product, the size, the measurements of the product, the weight of the product, and you're going to need all of those specifications on your product sheet anyhow. So bring all that in, add to the description, order the product, take your own pictures, and then you're going to have a whole lot better sales than you would without doing that. Now this is the end of part 1, but this is not the end of the training. Okay, in the next part 2 of this video, I'm going to show you how to bring those products over to your website, how to integrate those products to your website, and how to set them up so that you're going to be successful. So go to part 2 of this video. Right after this, there's going to be a link in the description below. Watch part 2 of this video, and then you'll have the complete story and you'll be able to sell products and source them from AliExpress. Thanks so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button down there. Don't forget to ring the bell, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live. Yeah, and don't forget, give me a thumbs up too. Okay, I need that thumbs up. I did prepare a $97 course, but you know what, I'm going to give it to you for free. It's in the description below. Just click the link and learn. $97 course, 100% yours. I want to get your comments on this. Have you dealt with AliExpress? Have you dealt with other drop shippers? Put that information in the comments section below. What luck did you have? Did you have good luck? Did you have bad luck? What happened? Tell me all about it. And if you have any questions about starting, running, and growing an online business, please put those in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.